Right, I'm going to do this video. I feel compelled to do this video because I've just been doing some research on something that someone in America has put me onto. So I thought I'd check it out from the perspective of the UK. And what I've discovered actually is very interesting indeed. So I'll try and explain it quickly. It won't keep too much of your time. Essentially, on the 6th of January, Mr. T, you can read his name there. I don't want to say it because it'll trigger all the YouTube censorship and stuff, won't it? So, yeah, Mr. T is doing a conference on January the 6th from a place called Mar-a-Lago. I presume that's how you pronounce it. I've never actually seen that place name before. So, yeah, Mar-a-Lago. He's going to be talking about various things. He's going to be seeking to reframe the November 2020 election as an insurrection. He's going to be talking about the cause of the January the 6th protest. He's going to be talking about some very interesting and controversial things, shall we say. And it could be a platform to discuss maybe some other interesting things that are going on. Yeah, so could be quite interesting what he's going to say. Now, before I go any further, in London on New Year's Eve at midnight, everyone who was there for the New Year's Eve celebrations, they were all outside Big Ben, which is the big clock which is attached to Parliament, the UK Parliament, and they were all counting down 10, 9, 8 for the new year. And when it got to midnight, it didn't bong. There's footage of people who were there who filmed it on their phones, and it didn't bong. But when you actually watched it on all the mainstream media channels, like there's loads of the big ones, they were all streaming it live, supposedly. There was bongs. They'd actually edited in the bongs to make it appear as though everything was okay and nothing was out of place, which is really, really weird indeed. Which means all the mainstream media live feeds, they all had full knowledge that it wasn't going to bong, and they've all edited in the bongs live. But in reality, it didn't bong, which is very, very strange indeed. That means, from my perspective, that something highly significant has occurred in the switchover from December 31st to January the 1st. Something major has occurred. What that is, I don't know. Some people are suggesting it's kind of it's a transition from the old fiat financial system into the new quantum financial system, and it was marked by, obviously, it's like the death of the old system, kind of. That's why their bongs didn't bong, because that's all attached to Parliament, and we all know what goes on there. And what structures that's connected to. It's all part of their ceremonies, stuff like that. So for them to choose not to bong something, not to bong Big Ben on a key time like that, that is highly, highly significant in their eyes. All these basically Satanists who run the country, that's one of their big things. It's a big ceremonial thing, Big Ben bonging. So, yeah, so it didn't bong. So something's gone on, major, and it's all being hidden. They don't want the public to ask the questions, why didn't it bong? In fact, if you actually go on YouTube, on like the BBC, and look at their sort of footage of it, there's a thread on there where someone's saying, hold on a minute, it didn't bong. But when I try to comment on it, it's like blocking my comments and stuff like that. it's just, they're trying to cover it up. None of the mainstream media channels are even asking the question, why didn't it bong? Because all these like reporters and that, they're all there because it's a big celebration. So they're all there live. And it didn't bong in reality, and none of them are asking the question, which means something major's gone on that they're actually trying to hide it from the public. So anyway, right, January the 6th is Mr. T's address. So someone's noticed in America, and I've done this in the UK as well, if you go on all the major cinema chains' websites and try and book a film, obviously, see this one here, this is London, Leicester Square, Cineworld, which is one of the big cinema chains in the UK. So this is for London, Leicester Square. Let's look at you can click on the dates, Wednesday here, and it shows you all the films that are on Wednesday. But when you click on Friday, there's nothing there. So open up the date thing. Now Trump's address is on the 6th, and for the next, from the 7th, 7th, 8th and 9th, and if you remember, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's like a cinema's main 3 days, because people have finished work for the weekend and everyone's free for the weekend. That's their 3 biggest money-making days. So straight after Trump's address, you can't book a film for the next 7 days. So you've got 3 days here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the films resume on the 14th. So you've got 7 days where you can't book a film. There's no films on. So that's quite interesting. So if you were to try and change my cinema, so we'll try another London one. So that one was Leicester Square. So we'll go for the O2 Greenwich. Open the dates, exactly the same thing. There's not a single film on for a whole 7 days immediately after Trump's address on the 6th. That's quite interesting. Now, I put this in just for to like a balanced approach type of thing. Now, this is Real Cinema. Now, this is like quite a small cinema chain. It's not really a big thing. There's not many of them, to be honest, in the country. They do actually have some films on Friday and Saturday as normal. But again, it's not really a big cinema chain. I'd just like to show that, just to show that I've tried to keep it balanced type of thing. So the next major cinema chain is the Odeon. So I've chose London Covent Garden. So what you can do here is you can, if you want to see what's on Wednesday, click it, and see all the films that are on Wednesday, all the times, blah blah blah. But then from Friday onwards, it's the same story. There's no films on Friday, the 3 main days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then if you click forward, the films only resume again on January the 19th. So that is really, really weird. So that's London Covent Garden. So let's try another London one. Leicester Square. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, it only goes up to January the 6th, which is Trump's address. And then all the films just stop. Very weird indeed. The next major cinema chain in London, I presume that's View. I think it's called View. So this is View Piccadilly in London. Again, Tuesday, say click on Wednesday, here's all the films for Wednesday. But when you click on Friday, there's nothing there. There's no films for Friday. What have I done here? Okay, so let's click on all times. So let's show Spider-Man No Way Home. That's like the major film at the minute. These are all the dates that it's on, and it all stops on the 6th of January. There's no more films after the 6th of January, which is very interesting. So the last example I'll show you is another cinema chain in London. I've never actually heard of this one before. I found it when I was Googling cinemas before. Curzon, or Curzon, I don't know how you pronounce it. So these are all the ones in London. So let's choose one. Let's choose Victoria. That'll be a big one, won't it? So here we go. So you can click on like Tuesday, see all the films that are on and the times. There's no films on Friday. There's films on January the 6th, Trump's address, but then there's no films on after that until the 23rd of January, which again is very, very interesting. So something weird is going on. Is this related to Trump's address? Sorry, I said his name then. Mr. T. Is this related to Mr. T's address? Is he going to be saying something or making some announcement? And basically, they want everyone at home for a week because they're going to be showing something on the TV, maybe, for a week, and they don't want people going out. They want everybody at home watching the TV, watching whatever is planned. It's just very, very weird. So certainly check this out in your own country. Obviously, someone in America has looked at all the major cinema chains in America and figured this out. Obviously, it holds true in the UK as well. So yeah, just check it out in your own country. The smallest, as I said, the smaller cinema chains seem to not be part of this. It's just the major ones in like the big city centres and stuff like that, where they've got hundreds of cinemas all over the country and big massive chains and that. They're the ones that seem to be closed right after Trump's address for at least a week. So yeah, I just thought I'd put that out there, and something interesting could be going down. Okay, thanks for watching. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.